That makes about 10 fish that I've missed now. First cast was right on that branch hanging out of the water. I wouldn't expect less from me, to be honest. And I'm stuck in a tree, because why wouldn't I be? I can't do anything because I keep getting caught in a tree. So I just got snagged, lost my fly, snagged again. I knew that would happen. I don't even know why I tried it. So I'm starting off today going straight up dry flies, because my hope is to get some top water action. And I got a little parachute Adams on there. I have a 9-foot 5X leader with a little parachute Adams, and then I have another 12 inches or so of 6X to a little ant pattern, black ant pattern. And you can never go wrong with a black ant pattern. So I'm going to give that a shot, and let's see what we can do. So I'm going to slowly make my way over here. Okay, there is something. I don't know if it's a trout or what. Something just made a riffle up there. My casts have not been all that great so far. Hopefully they'll get better as the day goes on, and no, they won't, because I've got my first tree. That didn't take long at all. Well, got my flies, but at what expense? Did I spook any fish that were in there? Are they used to lamp branches falling in the water? Who can say? I guess we'll find out. Alright, so got my flies back. That's a good thing. I got a lot of stream to fish still, so even if I did spook them here, I'm not too worried about it. There you go. First catch. He took the ant pattern as soon as it hit the water. Let's see what he is. And he is a nice little brown trout. Little wild brown trout. Even after all that commotion, I didn't spook him. He took the ant pattern. Let's get the hook out of him here. Thank you, buddy, for making my day. There you go. Little 6-inch brook trout, or sorry, brown trout, wild, out of a Class A stream. And back he goes. And this water is nice and cold. Wow, I didn't realize how cold it was because I had my waders on. This is the first time I'm touching the water. It is nice and cold. Okay, so off to a good start. We know they're in here. See what else we can find. And I didn't even spook them by dropping that tree in the water. There we go. Finally. And he took the parachute this time. Nice little brown trout. Alright, so at least I know now that they are chasing the brown trout, or the parachute, not just the ant. Let's see, we'll get the hook out of him. Nice and easy. There you go. A little bit bigger than the last one, but still just as pretty. Wow. Red on the fins. Great looking trout. So I switched up to a dry dropper. I got a another caddis type imitation, but it's a much bigger. So it'll keep the nymph up and without going under, and also so I can hopefully pick it up a little better. And under that, I have one of my favorite nymphs, the pink beadhead waltz worm, I'll call it. And fish seem to love it. And it's not a tungsten beadhead, so hopefully it won't pull this fly under. But let's find out. Oh, I had one. I didn't see the dry fly. So I just gave it a little tug, and there was a fish on the end. But since I wasn't sure it was a fish, I didn't set the hook properly, and I missed it. Alright, so I'm coming up on this bridge here. Goes across the stream. Looks like there's a nice deep section right below it. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but there are loads of bugs flying around in there. And fish just rose there. There have been tons of fish rising, and maybe it's just the same one or just a couple of them, but some of them are jumping out of the water. It's pretty wild to watch. So I'm definitely gonna, throw some lines up there for sure. I still have the dry dropper on, but I'm gonna start back here in this water. Granted, it's in the sun, but it's a little bit deep and a little bit, the water's a little cloudy, so there might be some hanging out in there. Maybe they don't want to compete with the others for the bugs up there. So I'm going to start back here, but I'm definitely going to work my way up there, because I mean there's at least one fish in there, probably a lot more. But let's see how we do. Boom. Oh, I could have been just catching on the ground there. I'll take that under. Oh, that was a fish. Grabbing the nymph, and it might be just little creek chubs, who knows. One good thing is I can at least see the fly. There we go. And don't want to get caught up in the tree here. And that is just a little creek chub. So that could be what the fish that are causing the ruckus up there too. They could be just creek chubs. Cool looking fish though. And I believe they are native, so Still a pretty good catch. I'll take it. Caught him on the nymph. So I think if there are any trout, they're going to be up under the bridge there. So let's move up a little bit here. Well, nothing took it that time. Yep, until right there. As soon as I was about to pull it out, he came up and grabbed it. Oh, and he got off. That might have been a trout, actually. There we go. Whew. Little jump. Oh, he got off. He took the nymph. He was a jumper. My guess is that was a trout. Like this one might be a trout. Oh, and he got off. Holy mackerel. Barbless hook. Makes him tough to keep on. Oh, this is a good one. Let's keep him on, hopefully. That is definitely a brown trout. Nice. Try not to get caught up in the trees here. Good catch there. He took the nymph. Get the hook out of him here. And it is a barbless hook, as I mentioned. There we go, nice and easy. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Nice 8-inch, 9-inch maybe. Wild brown trout. Nice. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, whoa, man, away it goes. Wasted no time. I think I mentioned, but this water is really cold, so these guys will recover quickly. So catching that one may have spooked the rest of them. They were feeding pretty heavily there, so let's see if we can't pull another one out. Just like that, wow. Another jumper. See if this one is a, he's fighting like a trout. Yeah, it is a trout. Another little brown trout. So catching that one didn't scare him. I'm not even gonna use the net for this guy. All right, buddy, I'm trying to get the hook out. Nice little brown trout. I think there's just so many bugs around that they don't even care what's happening right now. They just want to eat. It's nice to get a take on the dry fly. Might have to switch it up to something different. Oh, and he got off. Man, these jumpers are like tough to keep on. Let's see if we cast it up further to where that water is coming in. Maybe there's a couple fish up there that haven't been spooked. I may have hooked all the fish at the in this little area at this point. I've had so many on. Maybe not. Another feels like a decent one. Oh, darn, he got off. There we go. Oh, and he's off. Wow, how many fish have I lost now? I lost count. I can't believe they're still taking. There must be a boatload of trout in here. Okay. Oh my gosh, he got off. I got tension on the line. Man, they're just wily little buggers. Unbelievable. I'm setting the hook. That felt like a pretty good one. Okay, jumper. Not as big, but still a nice one. Nice little brown trout. Oh, and he got off. But I had him almost in hand, so I'm going to count it. Another one jumped over there in that slow water. There we go, another one. They're liking the nymph. Not getting any takes on the dry fly. Nice little brown trout. I'm thinking there has to be like one big one in here. With all this commotion, he is probably not going to take... Oh! I take it back. This might be him. This feels like a really good fish. I am using 6X tippet. This is a pretty good fish. I'm not saying he's huge, but feels like a really nice fish. For wild trout, that is. And he is not quitting. There we go. I think we finally got him. Yeah. He's definitely the biggest one in here. In this spot, at least. He's a good 14-incher. Maybe 12. Either way, he's a good fish. Look at those fins. Nice, perfect fins. Man, these wild trout are great. This might be one of the biggest wild trout I've caught. What a great catch.